All right, Becca's speech at Jackson Arthritis Clinic. Here's our people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and me. All right.
The image is one thing and the human living is another. It is very hard to live up to an image. Elvis Presley said this at a press conference in 1972. Since birth, Elvis was a humble boy who, through his music and personality, he became the king of rock and roll. In his early years, Elvis was just a normal southern boy in a small town. Along with his parents, Gladys and Vernon Presley, Elvis lived in poverty. Elvis grew up in a close-knit, working-class family that consisted of his parents, grandparents, aunt, uncle, and cousin that lived in Tupelo, Mississippi. Elvis grew up very close to his family, and they all attended church at the Assembly of God Church. This is where he was introduced to many different styles of music and culture through the music and preachings. According to the website Graceland, Elvis was born a twin. The first twin was his brother, Jesse Garon Presley, who was born as stillborn, which means he was not born alive. The second was Elvis Aaron Presley, who was born a very healthy baby. Through his young years, Elvis was introduced to many different styles of music. Some of those were the black bluesmen that were in his neighborhood that played, and his parents that listened to country music. In 1946, Elvis asked his parents for a bicycle. However, the bicycle was too expensive, so they persuaded him to get a guitar instead. This was just the beginning of Elvis rocking and rolling, because soon after that, he performed his first public performance at a talent show at the Mississippi-Alabama State Fair. He received 5th place and was rewarded $5 worth of fair tickets. At this point, his family was looking for more money, so they decided to move to a bigger city, also known as Memphis, Tennessee. In Memphis, they were still living in poverty. His parents, Gladys and Vernon, were both working multiple jobs. Elvis was attending high school while also working a job to help support his family. In his teen years, Elvis was known for his singing and playing guitar. When Elvis would need clothes, he would go down to Beale Street to a shop. He would be walking down Beale Street and he would hear different blues and gospels being played, and this influenced his different cultures and styles of music. In school, he was very different than the other kids. He would sing and play guitar, and he had long black hair and sideburns. There was a school talent show that he was very nervous about signing up for because he didn't know how the audience was going to react to his style. However, he was very shocked at the end of his performance to find that he had more applause than anyone else. In 1953, Elvis graduated from high school. Following that, he did not succeed in the music career at first. So he decided he needed money and he was going to be a delivery truck driver for Crown Electric Company. This influenced him to go back to school to be an electrician. While in school and working, he continued to try to find himself in the music world. He met Scotty and Bill, who the three of them worked together to make new versions of the songs Big Boy and That's Alright Mama. These were the first of 5 singles that Elvis recorded and released with the RCA Victor. He recorded with the RCA Victor and the Sun Label Records. These 2 record companies said that Elvis' style was like no other. Bill, Scotty, and Elvis all traveled through the South and performed at small gigs. In 1954, the 3 of them decided they were going to quit their day jobs and pursue their musical career. On January 1st, 1955, Elvis signed a contract with manager Bob Neal. He signed with multiple record labels, which made him the hottest star in the music business. 2 days after his 21st birthday, Elvis had a recording session with the RCA Victor and recorded Heartbreak Hotel. All these opportunities were bringing in more money for Elvis. Elvis's life completely changed after the Army. Once he was discharged, he continued his music career. From 1960 to 1977, Elvis was in 27 movies and recorded multiple albums. In 1967, he married his wife Priscilla, and a year later they had their daughter, Lisa Marie. Elvis performed the NBC TV special Elvis, also known as the 68 TV special. In his later years, he spent many years on stages all over the world, which were gaining fans. He even spent 7 whole years in Las Vegas. As his marriage began to decline, it ended in divorce, which also made his health decline, which led to many medications. His final concert was June 26, 1977. Elvis Aaron Presley died August 16, 1977. His story was one of ambition, humility, fame, and tragedy. Well-known entertainer, he rose from poverty in Tupelo, Mississippi to headlining sold-out shows all over the world. He lived life to the fullest and died too young. One of his famous quotes was from a song, "I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway, and much more than this, I did it my way." Yes, he did it his way. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Note cards?
He survived it after all.
Are you still recording?
Gotta show your
Oh,
note
gosh.
cards. 2, 3, 4.
Stacey, you're gonna be on the news now.